Today, the king would be prosecuted. It's as if he's trying to arrange a super spreader event. The rule of 30 is gone, and there isn't any effort at test and trace. He invites indiscriminately and massively. He asks no questions. He invites all to the celebration of the marriage feast. And anyone who's tried to arrange a wedding in the last few months knows the power of an invitation. As they've cut their list down to 30 or even fewer, they know the real significant choice that faces them. The power of receiving an invitation, the truly interpersonal character of an invitation to celebrate a wedding. And so there are many things we might say about the parable. We could see in the extension of the invitation a move that reflects the covenant history of God, from the first chosen people to the church that extends to the ends of the earth. We might see in the servant, the one who gets in but refuses to wear the wedding garment that has been given to him, an image of sin. But in all of that, everything is made possible by the primacy of the invitation. Without the invitation of the king, none of this would be possible. None of this decision or choice would be a reality. And that's true also of our faith. Our faith occurs on the site of an invitation. God's great invitation to each one of us to join in the divine hospitality of the Holy Trinity. And like any authentic invitation, that invitation makes God vulnerable to our rejection. God in Christ clothes himself with vulnerability, making himself liable to our rejection of that great invitation. But for us, who are the beneficiaries, the recipients of that divine vulnerability, the invitation is creative. It makes something possible for us that wasn't possible before. It places us in a situation where our life is charged with new adventure, new possibility, new excitement. But, like all invitations, the great invitation of God places us in the situation of a decision. We cannot ignore an invitation. If we try to, we are in fact rejecting it. We are in fact breaking those social rules which require of us an RSVP. And so with God's invitation to us, it places us in a position of free choice. It requires of us a decision of how we will respond to God's great invitation of love. And the fact that the kingdom of heaven is likened not just to an invitation, but to an invitation to a wedding, intensifies that interpersonal character of the invitation itself. Weddings have enormous social significance. They're moments when something that's usually hidden is made manifest in a visible and tangible form. The love between two persons, which might not otherwise be registered, is revealed in a dramatic way on the public stage. And so here at the Eucharist, the wedding feast of the Lord's great invitation, manifest in visible and tangible form, is that great drama and dynamic of God's love for us. Here we see the invitation of God to join him for all eternity in the kingdom of heaven. This should be enormously reassuring for any of us who've ever felt far from God, for any of us who have lost God in the maze of life, for any of us who feel that we are unworthy of approaching the Lord. Because in those dark moments, in those moments where we feel that we have refused the Lord's invitation, we need not do anything other than receive that invitation again. We need only be still and create that space in which once again the Lord can issue that great invitation to join him in life, to join him in the joy of the heavenly kingdom. That invitation is never rescinded. That invitation is an eternal invitation made in the blood of the Lamb which we celebrate here, available to us at every moment of our lives. So let us be still. Let us hear again the great invitation of the Lord, placing us in a place of freedom and decision, inviting us to follow him and to experience life.